What happened through that rise of feminism is that there is now all these strong, independent women that feel they don't need anyone. They can do it by themselves, which, if there is too much of that energy, disconnects us from our vulnerability and our ability to receive and our ability to be held. Right? Welcome to the Seeing in the Dark podcast, the podcast for new ways of leading and doing business. No more separation between money, power, and leadership, and being a deeply spiritual human being. Seeing in the Dark is about walking paths that have not been walked before and truly making a change in a world in which old ways are crumbling. My name is Nicole Nima Costeres, CEO of a multiple six-figure soul-based business, and here to take you into the mysteries of purpose, power, intuition, and soul-based leadership. May you embody your own unique essence so deeply that your vibration naturally teaches, inspires, and assists others. Let's dive in. Welcome, love. I hope January has been treating you well and that this 2023 is starting to unfold in a magical way for you. Today, I want to talk with you about 3 levels of receiving. Receiving has been one of my biggest transformations, or my ability to receive has been one of the biggest transformations I've gone through over the last few years, and have had the most incredible impact on my life. Let me share first a little bit with you why that was. So I am a recovering, strong, independent woman. I have identified as a strong, independent woman for most of my life. What I mean with that strong, independent woman is a woman that can basically take care of herself really well. When I talk about the strong, independent woman, I don't necessarily mean something negative about her. It's just a certain archetypal energy that many in our generation are embodying. And I believe that that is because our mothers were in a generation where they were fighting for their rights, standing up for their rights. They were I would say also feminism from that time came also from this place of anger and breaking free from something that was no longer serving, which was a beautiful and, I believe, necessary stage of evolution. But what happened through that rise of feminism is that there is now all these strong, independent women that feel they don't need anyone. They can do it by themselves, which, if there is too much of that energy, disconnects us from our vulnerability and our ability to receive and our ability to be held, right? Because I can see that at the core of the strong, independent woman lives a little girl that wants to be held, that wants to be loved, that wants to be able to be vulnerable. So when it comes to deepening your ability to receive, it's very important that you learn how to soften that armor of the strong, independent woman, which doesn't mean that you cannot be strong anymore. It just means that you learn to discover a strength in your vulnerability. So this surrender of the strong, independent woman is a very necessary process in order to deepen your ability to receive love, support, money, and to receive life in general. Because when you walk through life armored, just imagine yourself with an armor, strong armor, and there is a lot of power. And maybe you feel like you can carry the world on your shoulders and you have enough power to do that. But imagine then life trying to reach you with the things that it wants to give you. It's very hard to give that to you when there is this armor that is protecting you, right? So when you can soften that armor and thank that armor of the strong, independent woman and open yourself for that deeper sense of vulnerability, availability, and receptivity, is where life can sense you so much more clearly, where life can offer you so much more easy the things that it wants to give you. But it's also the place where other people will be able to sense you so much better. Because the strong, independent woman is really good at hiding how she truly, truly feels within. Yeah. So today I want to tap into those 3 levels of receiving. And these 3 levels of receiving, I'm going to explain them through a really simple example of receiving a compliment. Receiving a compliment, yeah? And you can basically apply these levels of receiving on anything that you're receiving. So these 3 levels actually start with a level 0. Level 0 means you're actually not really receiving. So to stay with the example of receiving a compliment, it's when someone gives you a compliment and you're not receiving it. You're either reflecting it back or like, oh, no, like actually you are so beautiful. Like, oh, like really uncomfortable to receive at all. That's level 0 of receiving, not receiving the compliment, really. Yeah. When you go to the first level of receiving, it's when someone offers you a compliment and you're able to say, thank you so much. But you're not really allowing the compliment into your body energetically. You're not really breathing that compliment into you. So you're saying thank you and you are receiving it, yet you're not really receiving it. That's level 1 of receiving. Okay. So going to level 2 of receiving is when someone gives you a compliment and you allow it energetically into your body. Right? So just imagine someone gives you a compliment, says, hey, wow, thank you so much for doing it. I really appreciate how you've been working with me. I received so much beautiful gifts in the way you've been working with me. And you say, thank you so much. And you allow it into your body, like you breathe it inside. That's level 2 of receiving. Now going to level 3 of receiving, and that for me is the deepest level of receiving that I've been able to discover so far, is where someone gives you a compliment, where someone compliments a certain quality of you, and you say thank you. You breathe it into your body, you receive it into you energetically, and then you actually recognize and acknowledge that quality within yourself. Can you feel the difference? So someone says, thank you so much. I really appreciate your power and your clear intuition. And you say, thank you so much. You breathe that compliment into your body, and then you recognize and acknowledge your clear intuition and power within yourself. That's level 3 of receiving. So I feel curious as you are listening to this episode and as you are feeling these 3 levels of receiving plus the level 0 where you're not really receiving, I feel curious on which level you tend to receive compliments the most. Is it level 0 where you're not really receiving it at all? Or do you tend to say thank you, yet you're not really allowing it in? Level 1. Do you allow it in energetically? You say thank you and you allow it in, level 2. Or do you go to level 3 of receiving, where you allow it in, say thank you, and you recognize and acknowledge those qualities within yourself? I would love to hear from you. So let me know, which level of receiving do you tend to spend the most time in, and how could you deepen your ability to receive and explore with that next level of receiving within yourself? It is a super powerful journey to deepen your ability to receive. And actually, I would say it was the number 1 thing that helped me to shift from making 20K a year to 20K a month. The biggest shift I made was deepening my ability to receive love, support, and money. Because the thing is, life is already wanting to meet you with the things you're longing for. And most of the time, it's just our own resistance that we are invited to let go of. It's our own resistance to receiving our own resistance to surrendering into receptivity and availability that is preventing from life to meet us with the things that we are longing for. So practicing with these simple levels of receiving will help you deepen your ability to receive, and will help you deepen your ability to receive love, support, and money in your life. I thank you so much for being here today. And if you want to deepen your ability to receive love, support, and money, 9th of March, we are starting a new round of the You Are a Soul Leader Mastermind, a 6-month leadership and business mastermind with a beautiful group of conscious entrepreneurs, body workers, coaches, creatives, and healers. And you find the link below to this mastermind. When you sign up before the 26th of January, you can already get started to go into connection with the soul of your business in January, because you receive 2 bonus calls with me and the women that have signed up so far. It's 2 calls in which you can already bring your devotion to your soul-based business and already start to receive coaching and support from me. So signing up before the 26th of January, receive 2 bonus calls with me in January and 1 in February, and receive direct access to the online courses that are included in this package. If you want to explore if and how this program can support you, feel free to send me a message and we can take a moment to explore together. And I would love to journey with you in a You Are a Soul Leader Mastermind starting on the 9th of March. I thank you so much for being here with me today. I wish you a massive deepening of your ability to receive in 2023 and wish you a beautiful week. See you next week. Much love. Did you receive any inspiration, motivation, or powerful breakthroughs by listening to this episode? Then please share this episode by taking a screenshot and tagging me in your stories at nicole.nima.costeres. I would love to celebrate you, share you in my stories, and it would mean so much to have my work reach more powerful, passionate women like you. Thank you so much, and looking forward to see you next week.